After being cheated on, our brains go crazy. Our minds are filled with so many thoughts. Thoughts that we chase. Thoughts that chase us. Thoughts that hold us down. Thoughts that we try to control. And often these thoughts, well, they're making us hurt even more than we need to. So what I'm asking you to do today is just give this a shot. I want you to try to shift those thoughts. Instead of focusing on certain things, I want you to try instead to shift your focus to something else. So you're probably thinking, how could they do this to me? How could this person that I love, that says that they love me, do these terrible things? Hurt me so badly. Say one thing and do another. Instead of asking, why did they do this to me? I'd like for you to try to shift your focus to what can you do now? Because that first question you will never know the answer to. But instead, if you can start thinking about what pathways, what options are open to you, gives you a little bit of forward momentum. Helps take you just a little bit from the past and from the pain to maybe tending to your wound and maybe starting to heal. If you're at all like me, you may be asking yourself, what are they in regards to the person that cheated on you? You might be trying on different labels. Narcissist, sociopath, maybe even just plain old garden variety cheater. And you look at these labels, you research them, you join groups where people throw these labels about. And maybe you feel better in the short term. Labels do sometimes give us some comfort. We feel like we're part of a group when we can join with others that also resonate with that label. But they're also limiting. So instead, I'd like for you to try to shift your focus to what understanding can I gain from this? Because ultimately that's what labels can provide. They can help us maybe find some sort of understanding, maybe build a framework to where we can start to fit their actions and their choices in and start to see the bigger picture, maybe gain some perspective. And ultimately, this understanding can go towards helping us let go of a need to assign labels. We often fixate on the affair partner. We want to know who they are. It seems so important, doesn't it? Because obviously if they were enough to draw our partner's attention away from us, they must be somehow special. And so we fixate on their attributes, on their details. We can drive ourselves crazy trying to see who they are, what they are. Instead, I'd like you to shift your focus to asking yourself, who am I? Often in a long-term relationship, we can lose sight of who we are. We become simply husband or wife, mom, dad, and we forget who we are apart from all of that. And right now you're raw, but you're also stripped bare of some of those identities that you normally carry. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to really get in touch with who you are. And this is a really hard part. Are you feeling particularly triggered by some aspects of the affair partner because that's something that you feel like you've given up in yourself? If so, this is your opportunity to get in touch with that part of yourself. You may be asking yourself, why did this happen to me? You know, it's easy to get into that sort of victim, woe is me mindset. You know, we look at all these other happy couples and happy families, and it feels like it's so unfair that this had to happen to us. And so we focus on that. Instead, shift to, what can you learn from this? You can't change it. So what can you do from this point forward to make sure that this event in your life isn't wasted? Then instead you gain some understanding, some wisdom, some strength, something that you can take from this and take with you. Our brains often focus on wondering if they loved us. It's hard to think about that maybe the whole relationship was a lie. That all those moments, all those tender words were simply another falsehood. And so we wrestle with this dichotomy of how could they love us and yet act so unloving, and we wonder and we dissect and we go over and over again in our heads. But why does that really matter? Instead, what I want you to focus on is this. How are you showing yourself loving kindness? Because doesn't that matter more? That you love yourself and that you're showing that love to yourself. Doesn't that matter more than whatever this person did to you? They betrayed you. Don't betray yourself. Don't allow yourself to become so fixated on them and their act that you discard your life, your well-being, your happiness. They took your truth. They took your innocence. Don't let them take you.